the city called Abuja. It is the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria. One may call it the political capital of Nigeria. Unlike Lagos, which is the commercial capital, it warehouses a lot of political activities. But there are these two, what I call it, figures or towers you will not miss when you are coming into the city through the city gate. They stand like two monuments. They are called, yes, the Twin Towers, the World Trade Center. All right, guys, welcome to the WordCafe live show. We are out of the shell. Yes, we're somewhere within the city of Abuja. I told you recently that I'll take you around my city, show you certain places, have wonderful conversation. And one of those places, yes, is the World Trade Center. If you are a resident in Abuja, coming all the way from the airport, going through the city gate, you pass through Magic Land, you're going to see these two towering figures, structures actually, looking at you. Yes, the Twin Towers like that of New York is the World Trade Center. And that's where we are today, reaching you to fill you in about what the World Trade Center is all about, opportunities it brings to this city. And I'm super excited having somebody on the show who take us around, tell us about it, give us the bird's eye view of this project. His name is Mr. Karim Adelaja Ahmed. Mr. Karim, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
I like what you're wearing.
Oh, really? Thank you.
What's your favorite color?
Do I have one? I would say, yeah, maybe blue. Yes.
Were you born in March?
At all. I'm actually a Scorpio in November. Yeah.
Oh, I like what you're wearing.
Thank you very much.
The color.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Like I just introduced the subject why we're here, the World Trade Center. And a lot of us don't know that such a thing exists in this city, in the city of Abuja. And what we see are just these two towering structures within the city of Abuja. And it's like, so I asked myself, let me come here and find out. So, what is the story behind the World Trade Tower?
Actually, it's called the World Trade Center, Abuja. Okay, so we are one of the over 450 World Trade Centers across the world. The headquarters is in New York. We have the World Trade Center Association that all of these member World Trade Centers belong to. And the idea behind the World Trade Center generally is to foster international trade and development, enhance commerce, and also bring about development of the various countries that we are domiciled in. The World Trade Center Abuja was conceived around 2010, thereabouts. But of course, before you get all of the permits, before you get all of the approvals, the architectural design, and all of those things, it takes time. So at present, we have completed the first two buildings. Those are the Twin Towers, the commercial tower and the residential tower. The plan is to have about 7 different structures on site. We still have plans for 2 more residentials outside of this, 2 more commercial towers, a 5-star hotel that's about 3-story buildings thereabouts, and a shopping mall, of course, that has all of the infrastructure for conferencing, international hosting of events, and the likes of them. So it's supposed to be the hub for commerce and industry in Nigeria.
Now, looking at what you've said so far, you have 2 towers standing.
Yes.
One is
the commercial tower,
and
the residential.
Yeah. One would ask, who is it for? Because when you say residential and commercial, who is it for? Is it for me? Is it for them? Is it for us? How can I be part of this?
Actually, like I said in the beginning, it was conceived to foster international trade and development. So it is actually meant for the whole world, basically. It is important to also highlight that it's for the commercial, for example, it's a place where you can have meetings, where you can set up your commercial offices, where you can have your conferences and the rest of them. But of course, when you're doing international trade and development, that's the offices where you would meet and discuss all of this. You also need a place to sleep, right? And that's why the concept of the residentials come in. Right? You need a place to have your conferences. That's where the event center and the rest of them comes in. You need a place to shop. That's where the city mall that we're talking about is going to also play its part. So it's meant for everybody, basically. If you want to play internationally and even domestically in trade, commerce, and industry, World Trade Center is actually the place to be.
I see you guys pride yourself as having the tallest building
Yes.
in Abuja.
Sure.
So how many floors are we looking at here?
Well, at the commercial towers just behind me, it is a 22-floor story building. At the residential here is a 24-story building with 120 super luxury apartments. And when I say super luxury, it ranges from 1 bed to 6-bed duplexes, as the case may be. And then you've got some of the most exquisite finishes you can find anywhere across the world.
Am I afraid of heights? Should I be afraid of heights? You know, what does it feel like when you go on top of that tower, the tippy top?
You know, when I first came into, because I'm a Lagos boy at heart, okay? When I first came into the city of Abuja, it's always had this dusty, very quiet town and all of that. When you go into the World Trade Center and you are at the top or close to the top, you get to appreciate the beauty of the Abuja city. You see the network of roads, how they interchange into one another. You'll be able to also, you can actually just see the whole of the city from here. You'll be able to see Aso Rock, all of the nice hotels and how they link to one another. And you appreciate the proper planning that was put in place for the mastermind city called Abuja. Yeah.
Guys, not to take it away from Mr. Karim, honestly, when you go on top of this building, is breathtaking. As in the view, it's amazing. As in, if you're afraid of heights, well, at that point, I don't think you can manage it. But for those of us who are not afraid of heights, beautiful, beautiful. Now, is this place open for, should I say, tourism? Like, I want to sightsee, I want to visit, I want to experience this. Can we have that?
Well, it's not open to the public to just walk in because it's a curated environment in the sense that how do I call this? You know, we used to hear of the culture where they say it's a place to live, work, and play, right? But while you're living, working, and playing in the World Trade Center, we also want to ensure that you're secure. It's a safe environment for people to interact here. And of course, we had mentioned in the beginning that it is a venue for international trade and development, right? For people to be able to transact at that level, you need to have some sort of security, quote unquote, around the kind of people that come in here. So it's not open to the public to just wander in and out, but we can always have an arrangement where if it is important and we think it is of the right value, we can make arrangements for people from outside to come see the beauty that is the World Trade Center.
I know certain minds, children, for example.
Exactly. Yes, yes.
Coming into this place, even like seeing the tower, and it's like trying to look up and it is infinite. I can't see the end, so this thing keeps going.
Sure.
Now, you just made mention of the plan for the hotel that will be 33 story. That's about the highest, I want to say, in West Africa.
Yeah, thereabouts. Maybe by the time we're ready for it, because we just finished the first phase, which is the 2 tours right now. We're trying to monetize it and see where we are in a couple of years before that comes up. But hopefully, maybe still at that time, it will still be tallest building in West Africa.
So someone will ask, how do I get a chunk of this cake?
Well,
if I want to.
It is quite simple, really. For the commercial, it is open for rentals and outright purchase, of course. If you've got the money, we will sell to you. We are particular about the kind of people we also welcome into the place as well. So we'll do a lot of background checks and all of that, just to ensure that it's the right caliber of individuals that we have living and working in the World Trade Center.
Beautiful. Yeah. You have an amazing property here, and it has changed the landscape of the city, I must say. You know, looking back 10, 15 years ago,
yeah,
the highest building in this town, I think, was the Churchgate building.
Used to be the Churchgate building. Exactly.
That's about 12 floors or so.
Yes,
but
yes.
As it stands now, this has dwarfed it completely.
Entirely, totally.
It is insignificant.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
You know, that's what Churchgate has always been known for. They've been developing and enhancing the skyline of Nigeria for a long time. If you look at the 2 iconic buildings we have in Lagos as well, the Tower 1 and 2 Churchgate Towers on Churchgate Street, there were standout buildings when they were first developed. There was nothing rivaling them in the whole of Victoria Island. We've got a lot of copycats now, and those that are trying to compete with the brand. But of course, our newest baby, the World Trade Center, stands in its own class, right? Nothing matches it at the moment, yeah.
Now, residential,
yeah.
To my mind, it means I'm going to have play area, relaxation, and unwinding and all that. So, do we have that fashioned into this project?
Yes, actually, like I said initially, we're building a community, right? A community of like-minded professionals, international businessmen, a place where people can interact and do business globally. And of course, when you work, you live, you must play. So there's this recreational part of the World Trade Center that is presently under construction. I think we should be through with the project by the end of this year, towards the end of this year. It comprises of a spa, sporting area, lawn tennis courts, badminton courts, even a racetrack, a crèche, a lounge, Olympic-sized swimming pool, you name it, the works. A place where you can fully relax when you are a resident of the World Trade Center.
Beautiful, yeah. Beautiful, guys. You heard him. All in one together. We can call it a one-stop shop for relaxation, but it's a curated environment. Well, there's no harm in dreaming. If you dream, dreams do come true.
Sure.
Before I let Mr. Karim off the hook on this, I'd like to find out the way the towers are situated, obviously for business,
yes,
and to promote commercial activity within the city. From your estimation, what do you see in the next, maybe miserly now, 10 years, based on your projection? What do you see happen?
Actually, we anticipate that the World Trade Center Abuja would be the hub for all sorts of activities that would include commercial, industrial, expos, right? Even a site maybe for international trade and commerce, where you would have international conferences and the rest of them. It's going to be the hub for that in Nigeria. The plan to have the hotel. So presently, we have the residential and the commercial, of course. So you walk, you sleep. So if you don't have an apartment here, for example, we want to be able to give you an option to stay, lodge in the hotel while you're here for your conference or for your business trip. When you're tired of walking and maybe sleeping, you're able to go to the mall to do your shopping. And we have the metro close by us here. You just travel straight. In 15 minutes, you're in the airport. So you can actually just travel in and travel out from here and do everything within the World Trade Center, and you don't need to go into the city center.
Beautiful strategy. Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, when we came in and we went up and we saw like the metro is just there.
Yeah.
You have the mosque is ahead, not too far from.
Yes.
The metro center also is not too far from.
Exactly.
Then the Wuse market. So the way it is structured
Sure.
is at the center, not far from anywhere, but at the same time close to everywhere.
Exactly. That's the idea, really. It's in the middle of the city that you can quickly network all the important areas under 10, 15 minutes. The World Trade Center Abuja is the place to belong when you're in Abuja. So if you're looking for top quality real estate solutions, be it offices, residential apartments, or a place to just chill out, you come to the World Trade Center Abuja and you get the best of it.
You heard him. The best secret kept on the wraps in the city of Abuja, the World Trade Center. Abuja may not be as busy as Lagos, but busy it is because it has a lot of opportunities for business. And the World Trade Center, it's a place you cannot miss. So why not key into this opportunity? Lash on, take a chunk of the cake. You know how we say it on the show. This is where we come to lean on one another's experience and forge a positive path. The World Trade Center, Abuja, is a positive path. Come on, hop on. Till I come your way again. Bye for now.